I want to give a shout-out to the compassionate, skilled and exhausted mental health workers from CMHA Thames Valley Addiction and Mental Health Services who have been working tirelessly on the front lines of the pandemic in the face of an unprecedented mental health crisis that shows no signs of improving. Here's the reality in my community, Speaker. Since 2020, a 137% increase in children's mental health crisis calls, a 72% increase in mental health support calls. Since 2021, a 171% increase in crisis response team interactions. Speaker, many of the 75,000 people who use the crisis lines or participate in programs are first-time users of mental health services. Many are also former or current clients whose crises are worsening. Almost all are presenting with more complexity than ever before. Serious mental illness, addiction, poverty, trauma, and homelessness. You can imagine, Speaker, the moral distress and vicarious trauma experienced by staff as they watch their clients suffer and even die despite their best efforts, as they're forced year after year to do more with less and provide care in a chronically underfunded system. Who can blame them if they decide to move to a hospital or a school where salaries are as much as 33% higher, or leave the sector altogether? The Thames Valley CMHA is looking at a $3 million shortfall if all vacant positions were filled. Without an increase to base budget, as we call for in this motion, they face some tough choices. Do they leave 35 positions vacant and put even more pressure on current staff? Do they ignore staff burnout and put their own staff's mental health at risk? Do they deny or delay service for those in desperate need of mental health support, forcing them to go to ER to access services? Speaker, our community needs the vital programs delivered by CMHA, and I call on this government to support our motion today. Invest in the 8% base funding increase. Lives are at stake.